Hi, and welcome to the idea overview for Tribal PPM. Today we'll talk about ideas, how to locate them, what's inside, and what everything does. First, the ideas module is located on the left-hand side inside the navigation panel. You can look at ideas a few different ways inside of Tribal PPM. Right now we're looking at the board view, and we have it listed by status across the board. We'll be using this particular one, Green IT Initiative, and using the details flyout on the right-hand side to see if there's any additional details that we need to see before we go into the idea itself. To access the idea, we'll click on the link within the card that says Green IT Initiative. Then we'll get to the Properties tab of the idea. Ideas and projects are very similar. So if you remember the Getting Started video where we looked at projects, Ideas has a similar type of tabs as well, including financials, risk issues and changes, and status, and a few others. Within the properties page, we'll use the collapse just to collapse those sections. And let's take a look at the sections one by one. Idea summary has a subject, which is the idea name, start and finish dates. It's got the manager and sponsors and a few other information. Clean canvas has problem, solution, unique value proposition. We've got alignment, which has different corporate priorities, architectural fits, commercial values, all in drop-down boxes to give you that business alignment. Next, we have the risk assessment profile with drop-down boxes from none to low, medium, and high, which gives us that risk profile. Financial summary, which shows us the different financial values that we want to track, including planned ROI. And then the settings for the administrative side of things, of where the money's coming from, departments, location, and even statuses. You can use that expand all to see all that information. You can update it one by one. Risk issues and changes all act exactly the same way. And if you want to create anything new, use the plus or add row button in order to add a new row inside of this area. There's very few required fields, name being one of them. All the rest of them are filled out, but that's an open text field. And the other ones you're going to have as assigned to and status are the other required fields. Of course, you'll be able to go back and update the category type as well as priority, probability, and impact. These are all drop-down boxes of low, medium, or high. Once that's filled out, the record will save and you'll be able to move on and add additional details. Issues and changes act exactly the same way. Something else to consider looking at is staff. How you actually add in resources in order to see additional costs. First, we click on Add Row, just like we did for risks. Then we can search for the name of the resource that we want to add. We can also add in roles. So if we know we need an engineer, but not this particular person, we can do that. I'm going to set the staffing default allocation to 50% since I only need one 50% FTE. Now you're going to see some ones still in there because sometimes the system likes to round, but we're going to use view options in the right hand corner. And then we're going to change the decimal points to display both decimals. Now you'll see where you'll have the 0.44, 0.32s, and 0.50s here. This information can be really useful when it comes to trying to estimate out your projects and how many resources you're going to need and what the total cost could potentially be. Thanks for watching the idea overview for Tribal PPM. For more information, go to tribalppm.com or contact one of our Rego experts.